Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about Churchill Capital. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today I'm going to be talking about Churchill Capital, why I think Churchill Capital is a very good buy at $22.98, and why I do think Churchill Capital is going to hit $100 by the end of this year. So let's dive in a little bit deeper. Let's talk about Churchill Capital and why I think right now is a very good time to pick up the stock. So if we take a look at Churchill Capital, they just recently announced a merger with Lucid Motors. If people don't know what Lucid Motors is, it's an EV company based out of California, and it's a big time EV company. Yes, the company has not sold anything just yet. What we do know is they do have 10,000 reservations for their vehicle known as the Lucid Air. So that's already a very good start on its own. Yes, it's going to be hard to compete with Tesla, but I do think that Lucid Motors does stand a very good chance. Their Lucid Air car is absolutely beautiful. It's 1,080 horsepower, 517 mile range EV car. So already off the gate, it's very fast, it's very luxurious, and it also offers a very good battery range, which is already going to be appealing to people who want to pick it up. In the less, if we take a look at Churchill Capital or Lucid Motors, they have a factory that's already finished. They're finishing up a factory in Arizona. And they're also planning on building a factory in Saudi Arabia, with Saudi Arabia actually having $1 billion backing in Lucid Motors. So if we dive in, that's already very good news for the stock. And honestly, like I said, the stock has not really been doing too well, and I can understand why people are hesitant altogether to invest in Churchill Capital. And if we take a look at the 1 month chart, this stock was trading around $57, even had a high of about $62, and it's sitting here at $22.96. So if you guys take a look at it on paper, the stock has fallen 66% of its stock value. So I can understand that people are nervous. They bought super high, and now they're upset that the stock fell so much. But for me, it's not just Churchill Capital stock that fell. There's a lot of EV companies out there who are not doing too well right now. If we take a look at Tesla, NIO, XPeng, Li Auto, there's a lot of EV companies out there that are not really doing so well. And it's because, people think it's a bubble, but for me, I think it's just a minor correction, or should I not say minor, but I think it's just a correction altogether. But this is the perfect opportunity to buy dips on the stock that you've been waiting for. I took the opportunity to buy more stock in Churchill Capital, NIO, and all these EV companies that I've been wanting to buy for such a long time, but I was not able to buy them because they were so expensive, but nothing has changed fundamentally about these EV companies for them to be sinking so much. So if we take a look at Churchill Capital or Lucid Motors, what's fundamentally changed about the company? Absolutely nothing. So it's fallen 66% of its stock value. For me, I know that the stock is going to start retracing back upwards, and this is why I think it's an absolute must buy at $22.91. Obviously, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion, but really diving in, Lucid Motors is going to be a big time EV company. It's not like a lot of these other EV companies that kind of IPO'd with just an idea or just an overall general consensus of what they're going to be doing. Like, this is a very well-established EV company. Like, it's coming into the game. It's got a car already made. They're going to start selling the cars this year. It's got factories being built in Saudi Arabia and Arizona, and the car is just absolutely beautiful. So, taking a look at it on paper, the stock is an absolute must buy. And the reason why I think that Churchill Capital or Lucid Motors is going to hit $100 by the end of this year, or maybe even early of next year, is because the EV market is not done growing, guys. We have just hit the pinnacle of growth when it comes to the EV market. Yes, I can understand that there's a little bit of an oversaturation. A lot of EV companies are starting to IPO, but this should not change the overall bullish sentiment on Churchill Capital. Like I said, yes, it's going to be hard to compete with Tesla. Tesla is the pioneer of the EV game. It's established itself really well. It's selling cars like left and right, and I can understand why people may be turned off by it, but people have been waiting a long time to buy Churchill Capital at $22. It has not seen this price in such a long time. Take the opportunity and buy the dip. And like I said, the EV market is very explosive. The growth is very explosive. It's very rampant, and I don't think it's going to slow down here anytime soon. Even if you take a look at what Lucid Motors is projected to sell in the next 5 years, it's trading at a fraction of what the stock should actually be trading at. So this is how I know that the stock does have a lot of upside potential. Yes, like I said, I get it. The stock lost 66% of its stock value. Yes, there's a lot of people who are turned off at the idea of just putting any more money into this company. But guys, really just take a look at the fundamentals here and show that, that Churchill Capital is just absolute must buy. And this is why I do think the stock is going to hit $100 by the end of the year, because yes, we have had a small retraction, but I know that, once people start seeing the value in Lucid Motors, like, people are definitely going to be buying the stocks like crazy. But even still, Lucid Motors is going to be a longer term hold. I don't want people to think that, the stock is just going to explode overnight. I don't want people to think that the stock is you're just going to wake up and the stock is going to double or triple its value. It takes a long time for these companies to get going. People are definitely going to be looking at Lucid Motors as like what they offer on the table. As far as sales, how are their earnings, how's the company doing altogether, and then you're going to start seeing that large amounts of growth. But it's all about the risk. Yes, Churchill Capital right now is a risky investment. I do want people to know that, with the rising competition of the EV game, there's a lot of EV companies out there who are trying to make a name for themselves, but I know that for a fact that Lucid Motors is definitely going to be a top competitor here in the United States. Like I said, it's very well established. It's not like Nikola Motors or anything like that where, they went public with just an idea. Like, this company has factories made, they're ready to sell cars. They're already taking pre-orders. Like, this company is going to do a lot of amazing things. And it'd be a shame, like right now it's currently sitting at $22. Imagine when the stock hits $30 or $40 or even $50, $60, $70. And then people are going to be wondering, why didn't I buy the stock when it was sitting at $22.80? Yes, there has been a little bit of a rotation out of EV and tech, and people are kind of starting to pay a little bit more attention to like attraction stocks like cruises, airlines, and hotels. But I know that once people start eyeing these stocks again, there's going to be a little retraction. People are going to start rotating back in because these stocks are going to see large amounts of growth here in the next 3 to 5 years, which is why I think people right now should be picking up the dip on these stocks. I do think Churchill Capital is going to hit $100 by the end of this year, early next year, and I do think that this stock is going to be an absolute must buy, but I do want people to know as well that it's definitely going to be a long-term hold. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of Churchill Capital stock. Do you guys think Churchill Capital stock is worth a buy at $22.80? If you guys own Churchill Capital stock, how many shares do you guys own? What's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.